Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, Ethiopia, Egypt, war of words. You can say Egypt wrote a letter to the UN Security Council yesterday. Ethiopian Foreign Minister Taske Selassie talked about threat from Egypt through Somalia. What did he say? Should Ethiopia be concerned? How grave is the situation? How alarming is the situation? Can Egypt interfere in Ethiopia through Somalia? Secondly, TPLF, Debrecen wing holding meetings despite warnings from Getachew government. TPLF officials on Wareda level, Kabyle level have been seen holding meetings. We have some details for you. And lastly, Fano commanders are requesting Red Cross to intervene. Why? Are hundreds of ENDF soldiers in the custody of Fano? That is why Red Cross is being asked. The authorities are being asked to receive these soldiers from Fano. What is the message from Fano? Let's start with the first news story, which is about Ethiopia, Egypt tensions. Arch rivals locked into a dispute over Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Fifth filling of the dam ongoing. Egypt has written a letter to the UN Security Council saying it will take all the actions under international law to protect its sovereignty and water security. Ethiopia says that it has every right to build a dam, to make it functional. It will share dams operations data with the Egyptian government. Taske Selassie is Ethiopian foreign minister, and he responded to a question about Egyptian military entry into Somalia. We know that now hundreds of Egyptian military commandos are based in Somalia. They arrived recently. Egyptian military equipment is also entering Somalia, and in January 2025, you'll see more Egyptian military entry in the form of peacekeeping force. Ethiopian troops being told to leave Somalia, though in Somalia we're seeing opposition to buy some quarters to the entry of Egyptian troops. They say that Somalia should not be used by Egypt for its proxy war against Ethiopia. Taske Selassie says that he does not have any sleepless nights over the Egyptian military presence in Somalia. And he further said that it would be a daydream to think that Egypt can create trouble in Ethiopia through Somalia. He played down the threat to Ethiopia from Somalia through Egypt. Is it what Ethiopia really believes? No. This is what Taske Selassie said. Internally, Egyptian military entry into Somalia is definitely going to give sleepless nights to Ethiopian government, Ethiopian military command. That is why why is Jula in Morocco? Jula signing a military cooperation agreement with Moroccan government. Why? Because Egypt is supporting Polisario front there. Why is that new military bases are being established in Gode, in Firfir, Somalia? Why? Why is that there are pro-Ethiopia protests in Somalia's border areas? Ethiopia is planning, backing these protests. Definitely, Egyptian military presence in Somalia is a pain in the side of Ethiopia. Pascal Selassie's words are just to pacify the people, just to assure the people that Ethiopian security forces are fully capable and they can defend the country. But internally, everyone knows that Ethiopia has long been trying to keep Egypt away from its borders. Ethiopia and Egypt fought diplomatic wars in Sudan, South Sudan, Djibouti, Somalia in the past few years. But Ethiopia never allowed Egypt to come close to its borders. Now Egypt is openly coming under the auspices of African Union, coming to Somalia under bilateral arrangement too. So definitely is going to give sleepless nights to Ethiopian officials. Let's see how they handle the situation. I don't see them sit idle by them. They said, they themselves said, the Ethiopian Minister for Foreign Affairs last week said that what is happening in Somalia obviously is alarming, and Ethiopia won't sit idle. What does it mean? It means Ethiopia will take action. Whether the threat is from Al Shabaab or Egypt through Somalia, Ethiopia will take action. Maybe not direct action, indirect action. Action can be taken in many ways. Secondly, viewers, TPLF people are holding meetings despite not ban, but despite warnings from Tigray interim government that no activities should be held without the permission of the Tigray interim government. TPLF people on zonal level, the Debrecen wing people on zonal level are holding meetings. We have received information from Central Tigray, Central Zone that on Tuesday, hundreds of TPLF members held some meetings there. Even pictures have been released in social media. So TPLF is keeping its organization intact, its organizational activities ongoing. Tigray interim government trying to clean or clear Tigray government of the influence of TPLF people. TPLF leaders, part of interim government, are being fired. But on zonal level, on Wareda level, on Kabale level, you cannot kick each and every TPLF member out of government. Even if you kick them out of government, even then they would remain powerful on local level because they have formed committees there, and these committees make some decisions related to the affairs of the government. It's very difficult for Getachew to dismantle entire TPLF structure, which is from regional level to Kabyle level. TPLF is fully in control of Tigray. So the Bratzian group now has sent a message to lower staff, lower level, lower cadres, that they should organize themselves, they should unite themselves, because Getachew is trying to make inroads into TPLF's stronghold. He's trying to make new appointments. He's trying to visit the places which are the stronghold of TPLF, the Bratzian wing. We could see real tensions, by the way, in some areas in the next 2 days. I'll do a video after a few hours on that. Some areas of Tigray. Lastly, viewers, Fano, a Fano commander sent a message to the Red Cross today. Colonel Fantahun is the name of the Fano commander. He's from Wollo Fano. He and Mere Wadaju are two senior Wollo Fano commanders. He's deputy of Wollo Fano command. Mere Wadaju is the main leader there. Colonel Fantahun says that in some recent battles, Fano fighters captured hundreds of ENDF soldiers. Some of them are injured too. Fano groups are taking care of them, but Fano groups want to hand them over to the Red Cross. They don't want to hand them over to the military, to the government. So he requested the Red Cross to come to the front to talk to Fano to receive these soldiers. Will the Ethiopian government allow Red Cross to negotiate with Fano? I don't think so. We saw that in the past too, that when Tigray fighters captured ENDF soldiers, they also wanted Red Cross to intervene, but introduction of Red Cross would be seen as a weakness by the government, the weakness of the government, and it would be a humiliation for government that hundreds of its soldiers would be seen as captives, confirmed by Red Cross. I don't think Red Cross will be allowed to talk to Fano. Generally, when ENDF people are captured by armed groups, ENDF just forgets them. Why? Because ENDF people know that these armed groups cannot keep them in custody forever. Because if you have people in custody, you have to take care of their food, their clothing, their lodging, etc. So in the end, you have to release them. And sometimes sudden attacks are launched, and the armed groups cannot take these prisoners along. They have to free them. This is what has been happening in Tigray or in Amhara region too. But colonels claim that hundreds of ENDF soldiers in the custody of Fano is alarming. That just shows that ENDF is not admitting the losses which it is suffering in the Amhara region against Fano fighters. Thanks for watching.